Hello Facebook, hello YouTube, what is up everybody? This is Ruben and I'm back with another Ruben Report. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone that's out there that is watching this video. I know for many of us, we have put away our beloved toys and power sport vehicles, but for me, I have been continuing to ride utilizing motorcycles as a main method of transportation. Many of you have been wondering, possibly wondering, where I've been, how's the bike been, any update, did the experiment work? Well, today that's going to be this video. I'm going to give you guys an update on where I've been for the past almost 2 months, well really 3 months, and how's the bike been doing. So we'll get started. I'm going to get up here and I'm going to show you guys the mileage on the RX3. And we are at 7,401.4. Now, watching the old video, you're probably like, wait a minute, only 7,400 miles? I mean, in the last video you were at about 7,200 something miles. You are correct. The update on the RX3, unfortunately, at some point, very shortly after I uploaded those videos, I started to experience a cluster of issues with the bike that pretty much I came to the point where I was completely done with it, you know. It started to experience issues which, again, for a bike of this age and for a bike at this price point, it was just unacceptable. And truthfully, ever since the ultimate endurance test at the end of the UET test, which was way back in May, I've been watching the Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist ads like a hawk for another bike that was going to be more capable for the job. I just had to wait for that right opportunity to find the right deal, and pretty much around the end of October, beginning of November, that deal came up. And so pretty much I went out with the old and in with the new. And my new bike that I've been searching for is a KLR 650. Now, this particular bike is a 2005 model KLR 650 that when I bought it was already pretty kitted out. It was very well taken care of, pretty low miles. As of right now, I have about 14,281 miles on the odometer, but when I bought it, it was more like 11,000. So I have been riding. It just hasn't been the RX3. So I've been riding this bike for a little about, I think I got it at 11,600 miles, so 2,600 miles so far. I bought it November 1st, so almost 2 months. I put a little over 2,600 miles on it. Bike's been an absolute beast. It's been flawless. It's been an absolute joy and breath of fresh air to literally every morning or every day come out, start the bike up, and just go. I have not had to worry about a single thing with this bike, but just like with any used bike or any used vehicle for that matter, I took my time and to go through it just to make sure certain things were done. Obviously, with these KLRs, there are some known issues that they have, and make sure that you want to address. but thankfully the previous owner, he was diligent in doing it. We'll talk a lot more about this bike in another video that I'm going to do, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update with this particular video, what's been going on, what's been happening with the RX3, and what I'm doing now. I will still make videos. I really just have two videos still left in mind for the RX3. I'm still going to do a final review video, and then I'm also going to do an update to my original video that I did a while ago, called "Should You Buy a CSC Motorcycle to Save Money on Gas?" So look out for those two videos, and once they actually show up, that will pretty much be it for the RX3. All right. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for those two videos. All right, peace. All right. Hold on, wait a minute, not so fast. I know you guys are dying to know what happened. What happened with the RX3? Well, I'll just show you a few things. This all happened 2 months ago, and then I decided to park the bike. The bike started to leak oil randomly from the head here. I initially thought it was a valve cover, so I put some heat, like high temperature gasket sealer on there. It still continued to leak oil. It also started to leak coolant. Okay, either from here, you can see it all down there, from various places. It started to, and then you can see there's like oil kind of all over the bike. There's oil stains, pretty much. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can. So there's been pretty much oil stains all over. So as I was riding, in the beginning, I didn't know very much, know it until I parked, and then I would see like a oil. Well, it's even there right now, like a oil stains on the ground wherever it is that I would move the bike. And so basically the mystery oil leak, along with the coolant leaks, the front end started to wobble a bit as well, even after straightening the wheels and doing the wheel maintenance. I mean, you guys have seen my channel, you know, I follow all the maintenance guidelines, or have been following all the maintenance guidelines of the bike. So once all these problems just kind of collided together all at once, on top of me constantly having to do the valves, I just had enough of it. And I didn't want to have to continuously spend my evenings or weekends, tearing this thing apart over and over and over again. And for a bike like this, I mean, this bike is only 1 year old, and for coolant lines or water pumps or what have you, gaskets, wherever they may be, to fail only after 10 months, I mean, I think that's just kind of ridiculous. This bike here is what, 17 going on 18 years old, hasn't dropped a ounce of oil in its entire life, whereas this bike, we have it dripping fluids all over the place, not even after a full year. So yeah. Hold on, wait a minute guys, I almost forgot that about 7 months ago, from the time of me making this video, in the middle of May, I actually took this bike all the way down to CSC to have the top end replaced. And during that whole procedure, all of the miscellaneous gaskets, such as the head gasket, the valve cover gaskets, the water pump gasket, you name it, was actually replaced when the whole top end rebuild, engine rebuild was done. And so I stand corrected. The gaskets are not 10 months old. They're actually 5 months old, or at least were 5 months old when the issue occurred. So yeah, having the engine leak oil from wherever it's leaking oil from, again, I thought it was the valve covers. It seems not to be so. And leaking coolant from radiator hoses and wherever else it may be leaking from. It's quite unsettling. But this has been a long time coming, dealing with a lot of different issues with this bike. It was just time to move on. But that's just what you get when you buy a China bike. But I didn't know until I owned one. But yeah, that's what's been going on with this bike. That's pretty much what led me to push it into into storage and finally pull the trigger on something that, again, was just a lot more capable for the everyday tasks that I had for it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. All right, I got the bikes put away now. We're in my garage. Here is where the RX3 has been sitting for the past about almost 2 months. Yeah, and as you guys can see, the puddle that's been accumulating over time. And over here is where it used to sit as well, and all the puddle which it used to accumulate. But the most very recent darker spots, like there and there, this is actually from when I did the doohickey on my new bike. And just like in typical Reuben Reports fashion, in one of the newer Kawasaki KLR 650 owner groups, I've been posting about my ownership experience ever since that I bought this new bike. So if you're interested in wanting to follow along from the origin story and the few things that I've been doing for the past 2 months to my new bike, if you join the Kawasaki KLR 650 owners group, you'll be able to see my posts in there and all the things that I've been doing. All right, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, you guys will see mostly KLR 650 content from me, especially on my YouTube channel from now on. I am still going to be doing those 2 videos that I mentioned. That is the final review video on this, along with the updated should you buy a CSC motorcycle to save money on gas video. I might also even do a third one where, I know it's not really fair, but it's just my experience, compare how I like or how my experience has been between these 2 bikes thus far. And just to show you guys that this bike, well, I think it should still run. I know it's been sitting for a little while. The battery might be, no, the battery's not dead. We'll see. It has oil in her. She's leaking oil, so it must have oil. We'll see if she runs. Whoops. Oh yeah, gotta pull in the clutch. Yeah, she still runs. Still fires up. It's just a leak. It's just the very annoying, tedious things that I just don't want to have to deal with anymore. But one day I'll get in there, do what I need to do, fix it up, and get rid of her. The bike is ironically still under warranty as well, but again, I just don't want to have to deal with the hassle. I'd rather just continually ride and not have to constantly worry about keeping this thing alive. All right, that's that. And once again, happy holidays, everyone, and stay safe out there, and peace.